The Celebrating Our Volunteers event is about honoring many types of people for volunteerism.
You don't go to the event without tears.
Recognizing people throughout the age spectrums for their time and their talent and their treasure, it's phenomenal.
We had hoped to get as many as 300 people there, but our evening exceeded over 500 guests.
It's a perfect example of ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
For the past 10 years, hundreds of residents of Wisconsin's Fox cities have come together on a spring evening to honor the simple but selfless act of volunteering. The deeply moving event was born of tragedy. On April 30th, 1997, community leaders Paul and Elaine Groth died in a car accident. 3 of their friends gathered a few days later at Karis's restaurant in downtown Appleton. From their somber conversation emerged the idea for a community-wide celebration of volunteerism to honor the Groths. With help from the leaders of the local newspaper, United Way, and Community Foundation, they made it happen. On April 2, 1998, the first Celebrating Our Volunteers Awards Gala shined a spotlight on this community's spirit of volunteerism.
We basically got together to see what we would do to not only honor Paul, but remember Paul and Elaine. And that was the start.
I've never seen such an outpouring of feelings in the community before or since. And I think we wanted to help people turn it into a positive memory of Paul and Elaine and get past that grief in a way that would help the nonprofit scene in which they were both so involved.
It was sort of a risk, I think. You know, we're going to throw a party. Will anybody come? And they came. And they keep coming. It clearly was a celebration of importance. And after the third event, we came to the realization that what the public really came for was to hear their own people.
That's right. My favorite moment is each year, really. And what really amazes me is that the award winner gets up there and gives a little 2 or 3 minute talk, and you think, gee, that's terrific. The next one gets up and does the exact same thing, and it's better yet, and it just keeps getting better and better. And that happens each year. I think that's the most remarkable thing I find each year.
They hear the message, it's brief, it's memorable, it's emotional, and you leave and what a wonderful community with all this volunteer, heartfelt work. There's nothing like it.
Paul Groth and Janet Barry and Walter Ruglin and Dan Spalding. When you begin to look at people like that in our community, that our community has produced, they represent so much, and they're sort of, this is what we would like to be. These are tremendous role models that we are celebrating.
Volunteerism, as Paul Groth taught me, is not something that is innate and born within each and every man, woman, and child. It's something that is taught, it's something that is learned, it is something that has to be preserved.
I think the importance of the whole thing is it stresses the values that makes this community or any community special. And I'm sure in some form or other it's going to exist for a long, long time.